Welcome to the Coffee with Cheryl podcast, the podcast for women over 50 who want to live their best life right now. Imagine having the courage to reinvent your life financially, professionally, personally, and spiritually. Join Cheryl and guests as they share practical tips and resources to inspire you to achieve the lifestyle of your dreams. So grab your favorite mug. It's time for Coffee with Cheryl.
Welcome to the Coffee with Cheryl podcast, a podcast for women over 50 who want to live their best life right now. I am your host, Cheryl Garrison. I am a publisher, author, coach. I am passionate about everything that has to do with women over 50. And I am so excited that you joined me on this week, a special week for the 50 something Women's Network and the Coffee with Cheryl podcast. It is Inspiration Week. As I was thinking about the next podcast and how I could really benefit you by giving you something to really carry you through the next week, I thought about being inspired. And so I wanted this week to be filled with inspirational quotes and inspirational messages. And if you are a part of the Women's Network, you will receive those through our email program. And if you're a part of our 50 something Facebook uh, group where you follow me on 50 something, you will be able to see those quotes and see those messages. If you'd like to receive them, I encourage you to go to the 50 something Women's Network Facebook group and join our group so that you can be a part of this week's inspirational messages. It's going to be a week of encouragement and really talking through the things that inspire us as women over 50. And I'm so excited to start this week off with the first quote for the week. And I will read that quote to you. What you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. What you get from achieving goals is not as important of what you become. And that reminds me of our women's collaboration series, Becoming 50 Something, where women over 50 share their stories of empowerment, inspiration, and overcoming trials and uh, obstacles in their life. And it comes from the word becoming, coming 50 something. It's like we're on our way there. We didn't just get here by chance. We did some things to become what we are right now. And so that inspired the quote for today. What you achieve, um, what you get by achieving your goals is not as important as who you become. I know for me, over the last um, 10, 15 years since I started 50 something lifestyle, I know I have become a totally different person than when I started it. Been through a lot of trials and obstacles, successes and triumphs. And through all of that, through all of my 50s into my 60s, I know that what I am becoming is something that's spectacular and it's something that I'm proud to be. And the goals that I have accomplished have made me the person I am today. So achieving those goals was tremendous. Achieving the goal of starting 50 something lifestyle was a goal that I didn't even think had any chance of coming to where it is today. And now I'm here. I am helping other women see their value at 50 something. I'm helping them tell their stories through our publishing company and I'm helping them achieve their business goals through our masterminds. There's just so many ways that being 50 something is unique and special. And when we are becoming something, that means we are working our way to being that amazing woman over 50. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about what that means to achieve your goals and then achieving them. What happens to us when we are able to set a goal and complete it? What does that do to you? And if you have some goals that you've been putting on the back burner and you've been saying, is it worth it? I'm not sure. Maybe I'm good where I am right now. At our service on Sunday, one of the ministers talked about uh, can't can't just sit here, can't just be in one place, that you need to be becoming something. You need to be moving forward, going ahead, whether you're going forward or in the Christian's point of view, going upward. Either way, you can't just stand still. You can't just be in that one place. And if you are just stagnant right now and you're wondering, what do I do? How do I get out of this bind that I'm in, this stagnation, this feeling of, I know there's more for me, but I just can't find it. Think about the goals that you have for yourself and let's talk about what happens on the other side of those goals, on that, what you become when you step out on faith, step out on courage, and reach those goals. It doesn't matter what they are. It could be the goal of a new career, a goal of starting your own business, a goal of writing your book, a goal of going back to college, a goal of moving to another city and starting a new life, a goal of retiring, whatever that goal is, think about on the other side of it, because it is exciting when you achieve and reach your goals. It's an amazing feeling when you set out to do something. I set out last year in 2023 to write my first fiction book. And that was a goal that had been on the back burner for many, many years. But I set out in 2023 to accomplish it. And I did. And it has been life changing for me. I've had opportunities to be featured in a couple magazines, have articles written about me in some of the local papers. And now I am excited about a couple book clubs who have selected my book as their book of choice for their book club. And I just don't even know where it's going to go. But I know that the goal of getting it out there, that was my goal. But on the other side of it's what I'm becoming because of it. And let's talk about what happens when you achieve your goals, but the becoming part of it. First of all, you have a sense of accomplishment. Um, and with that comes confidence and higher self esteem. When you reach those things, you just feel so much better about who you are. You feel like you're on top of the world. You have done it. And so you become this more confident person, able to now go after other things in your life that you've been wanting to do and achieve. It just sort of mushrooms into this life that is amazing. I know when I see women in our group who set out to do that, and in the beginning they were a little afraid. They took little baby steps, and once they achieved that one goal, the next thing you know, there were more, and they became bigger and bigger and better. And who they became something of transformation. And so it's a sense of accomplishment on the other side of achieving your goals. It's personal growth. You learn more. You get knowledge that you did not have before. Because in order to achieve anything, you have to know something. There's generally some kind of study part of it where you have to learn more in order to do more. And with that comes this personal growth. So you were able to here's an example, those women who set out to start their own business and know that part of business now is getting online and becoming part of the social media world, and now AI. And you see the women who learn that, and all of a sudden you see their posting and their engagements go up. And so they are becoming more. Their personal growth includes now some technical knowledge and information about social media and how to reach people digitally. And that becomes part of that becoming part because they achieved the goal of starting their own business. Um, Another thing is it's like increased productivity. When you do one thing, the next thing you know, you have five things. Example, I started 50 something lifestyle and I was going to just blog. That was my intention, to blog and tell women about this journey. We could share the journey, and it would be a source of research, just a resource of let's just talk about what it feels like and what you go through. The next thing I knew, because of my business background, there were women wanting to know how they could increase their finances. And so then there became this whole coaching on reinvention and starting your own business and having business masterminds, teaching women how to get started, the step by step, and focusing on business planning, which is something that I specialized in. And it wasn't intended that way. I intended to blog because I'm a writer. So I intended to do that. And the next thing I knew, I was coaching. And then it led to speaking. I had never spoken. That was not something that I set out to do. And the next thing I knew, I was on stages talking to women about uh, this 50 something lifestyle and reinventing yourself and making the most of your 50 somethings. And then we started talking about storytelling. Tell your story. And I started writing books that were helping women either using their expertise to become a consultant, reinventing themselves, the steps to do that. And then the collaboration books came along. And the next thing I knew, I was doing fiction. I didn't set out to be that writer. And then that led to me saying, well, I have all this experience. And let's see about the publishing world. If I can do my own stories, I can help other women. And now I can't even count the number of books that I've published, the number of women that I've helped tell their story and get it out there to you to help you either in overcoming something in your life or just sharing their story so that you can know what their journey has been. So when you achieve a goal, it leads to more productivity. That means that other things begin to happen. And you can look at your life and go, wow, this didn't start out this way. But look at what I'm becoming. And so I can say I started out as a blogger and now I became a coach, I became a speaker, and I became a publisher. And that was not my intention. So achieving your goals is not about the goal. It's about what you become. The next thing is how you impact others. When you are achieving your goals and what you become a person who mentors others. I never saw myself as a mentor. I was in my own little world doing my own little thing. I started out professionally as a writer in corporate America. That meant I sat at a desk and I wrote ad copy for uh, retail stores. I wrote uh, promotional for corporates. And then I went into technical writing end user documentation for this new thing called Microsoft and Word and Excel and PowerPoint, how to use those platforms. And it meant I was sitting with my head to a computer daily, all of just constant. And what happened was it it all of a sudden became something more. I started reaching out and I took that experience and that knowledge. And the next thing I knew, I was doing 50 something, and the journey and everything that I'd been through up to that point became valuable. And I began to mentor other women on how to get the best of your life. That right now you are living your best life, not 3 years from now, not 2 days from now. Right now, today, you are living your best life. And this is the time to take advantage of it. And the next thing is overcoming challenges. When you reach your goals, you're not afraid to take those challenges just straight on. Uh, I've had a couple health challenges, not seriously health challenges, but had a knee replacement surgery in 2023. Uh, but because I had some goals that I achieved and I knew there were more goals to coming, that I took that challenge on. I got the physical therapy and I'm still dealing with it, but it hasn't stopped me. I published my book the month after after I had my surgery. And so it doesn't stop you when you have achieved goals and now you're on the other side of becoming, you become able to overcome challenges. They don't halt you because you are an achiever. You have achieved. So I hope that just in as we get started with Inspiration Week, and you'll be hearing um, other quotes throughout the week through the email and on Facebook and in the Women's 50 Something Women's Network and in the 50 Something Facebook page. You will be, I'll be sharing quotes and then sharing a short message of how that quote has impacted my life and how it can impact yours. So as we embark on Inspiration Week, I hope you are inspired to make some changes in your life. If you're sitting there and just wondering, what should I do? I hope you take this week to be inspired to take it all as far as it can. Because when we are inspired, we tend to do more, tend to become more. So, again, I want to read our quote for the last time. What you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. So my hope for you as we embark on Inspiration Week is that you will become the best you that you can be and that you will set out to live your best life right now. And I'm encouraging those of you, if you've subscribed to the podcast, thank you, thank you. I ask you to share the podcast with your friends. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe so that you'll get the notices when they come out. And I encourage you to join me on this journey of 50 something because it's a phenomenal time in life and you deserve to live your best life. We all do. We put in the time, we put in the effort. So remember, on the other side of that goal, that feels good. I achieved it. I made this much money. I started this. I helped an organization become this. On the other side of it, what have you become on the way to achieving your dreams? Remember, self-confidence, personal growth, taking a challenge head on, and also just having that sense of productivity, knowing that there's so much more that you can do. It leads you to do more. And I hope that you enjoy this week, that this Monday starts the best day that you have this Monday is. And as we go through each day, that you will be more and more inspired by Friday, whatever that thing is that you've been holding on to and afraid to step out on it, haven't had the faith to do it, that you will be inspired to take that leap. Have a great, great rest of the week.